explanation given, Chair, I want the explanation to be user-friendly to the person on the ground. So you're saying smart meters are smart for factories and not for the electorate, for our people. The 65% revenue that we're getting is not from our people. And now your explanation is saying it is not working for our people because they are temporary. Is that the explanation that you're giving, or the answer that you're giving?
The meter the meter that we're putting in is a good communication tool that the department uses to collect metering data from the site. Okay. We can't, as a department, we can't control the criminal element of society. If people undertake to tamper a service, they tamper the service regardless. There's a need for electricity and people will end up tampering the service.
And these smart meter readers, as Councillor Tyali said, they are not smart. Indeed, they are robbing our people. I will make you one or two examples. We can go to any of our offices now. We go and check our statements there. You will see there on the, more especially on water, it will tell you that you are billed based on estimation. Estimated water, everything is estimated. It means that these smart meter readers, they are not smart. They are not doing the job that they're supposed to do. I want you to take you back when this project came in 2017. It came as a pilot project, but you didn't give us a report that says, because we were testing this thing if it's going to work. Now here is the report, it's not working. I'm raising this because I want us to be honest to our people. And fortunately they are here listening to us. These smart meter readers, they are not smart enough to do the job that they're supposed to be doing. So I'm aligning myself chair with Councillor Tyali on the follow-up. Now, can we get a plan? What is the plan now to fix the problems or the challenges that these smart meter readers are facing? Thank you very much.
The thing is, you have a situation where you have to go to the neighbors with this device for it to be charged before you recharge your own electricity. So is that smart enough if you have those challenges? Because these are the things that are coming from the very communities that are using these smart meters. I'm talking about electricity smart meter now. So in a situation like that where you have to go around, you want to charge the device so as to, get your own electricity consumption. Is that smart? Is there a way that the department or the directorate itself can, devise some other means, so that we are able to realize the smartness of the electricity smart meter?
In terms of our numbers of problematic electricity readings, we had very few queries coming through on the electricity component of smart metering, as opposed to our water colleagues who had 100,000 or plus 100,000 queries coming through. Okay, so that's where we differ. But yes, in terms of the smart metering, the whole purpose of smart metering was to get seamless billing integration to our billing system. Okay, so it was supposed to go from the meter directly to the customer's bill they're reading. Okay, that is not taking place at the moment. What the service provider is doing at the moment, they're providing a monthly billing report, and that monthly billing report is going through to our finance colleagues, and they are manually uploading those readings to the billing system. Okay, so to correct the electricity billing problems going forward, you need seamless billing integration going forward. That is the solution.
Now, noting the fact that we've identified that water is the issue, right? So you'll have instances where there'll be a leak, you'll report it, and it's not necessarily within the yard, it's at by the meter or whatever the case is. Do we have enough human capital at the wastewater, at the water department to deal with all of those issues? Because you'll find in certain instances, you'll log a call, someone will come in after 48 hours after we have tested and tested and tested. So can we have on the record that that is an issue? Because that's how you also find a lot of community members' bills, they go up because of that issue. And we're wasting a lot of water in that instance.
Thank you, Councillor Majeke. MMC?
No, thank you very much, Chair. On the aspect of the human capital, there's not enough human capital in the department. Precisely because, Chair, the city itself had a controller around the issue of employment, and I think this acting city manager will go at length with what I want to speak to. As a result of that, we were given a budget set aside as a means of relief so that we can address these issues. And I find that that budget that we were given is going to be highly concentrated on actually addressing the human capital aspect of water. The second part, Chair, is that water strategy that has been sent to council, and part of it was speaking to the business unit and how to begin first, so that there's a reinforcement of human capital in the money that we're getting. But I think from an expert point of view, Mr. Bob Knight will go at length with the issues that related to the monitor.
My question is around the applied electricity tariffs design. The report states that there was resistance from communities around the new tariffs, and that communities were consulted on this. Also, in that section, you spoke about public participation under the Office of the Mayor, of which that is wrong. It's under the Office of the Speaker, so you need to correct that in the report. Now, can you provide us with evidence that indeed public participation did take place and tariff design application was indeed conducted? That's
I think I will source that information from the Speaker's office, because there was a process that was done jointly with us. Then on the technical aspect, I will tell us Mr. Ferry to respond. But we will make a submission as a point of evidence.
From our side, the tariffs were discussed during the IDP and Mayoral Imbizo participation process. On the technical side, Buffalo City formed part of National Treasury's cost of supply study group, because part of nurses' requirements for an application of tariffs, you have to do a full cost of supply study, which we did. We then submitted it to council for the approval, and we submitted it to NERSA for the input. NERSA did provide feedback, and in some of the tariffs that we had applied for, even though it was completely based on cost of supply, they did reduce some of those tariffs because they felt that the overall impact would be too much for our consumers.
Acting City Manager, although this question, it has to be asked to both the Speaker and the Executive Mayor, insofar as the issue of public participation is concerned. Also the commitment that is being made here by the MMC to say they will consult the relevant office accordingly. Remember that last year there was a community uproar, protests all over the show, national media and all over around this electricity tariff design, which was not consulted. So we need just a clear answer. We are going to, yes, do that due diligence to political offices. Can the office of the acting city manager, tell this committee and the public that indeed there was sufficient consultation with the public regarding this matter?
MMC infrastructure is the honest person, which I think, Honorable Chair, we must all understand that there was no public participation on this issue. If I'm wrong, the acting city manager, Mr. Bob, will correct me. And you must be fully aware that it is a gross violation of the Municipal Systems Act Chapter 4 that talks about the public participation. And in most of the council meetings, we have been talking about this public participation. And again, when you go to ITP, we must not mislead the community, say there was no ITP at all.
The Constitution details that submitting an advert only in the paper or submitting a Facebook post or a letter does not constitute as public participation, or only submitting it on the website does not constitute as public participation. I'm saying this for a reason, right? So I'm prefacing that with that. And a municipality saying, there's a court case, I'm just forgetting which one to cite, a municipality saying that they do not have enough financial resources to conduct the proper public participation means you are negligent in your duties. So
Chair, on the matter of the public participation, what I know, there is a petition that's been dealt with by the Speaker's office. He is dealing with this matter, so I don't think it would be proper for me to respond to what has been dealt with by the Speaker's office. What I can do is just provide the clarity on how it was dealt the previous year, which we believe was to an electronic media that the public participation was carried out. In addition to that, we did consult with National Treasury. In fact, National Treasury did receive an inquiry on the way the public participation was handled. They also responded to the municipality. And whatever happened, I think going forward, we have also maybe learned some lessons. There is a process plan in place for the next financial year. We are adhering to that process plan, and that includes a public participation process for both the IDP and the budget. But what has happened, I think, Chair, it will only be fair that maybe the Speaker's office was dealing with this matter. Maybe when they come onto this platform, maybe they will be able to give a much clearer way on the way it is being dealt. That's as much as I have heard, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Naidu. I think you are honest enough in this case, and the response that you have given is sufficient.
I just want to correct one thing from what Mr. Naidu have said. We really appreciate the response, but we must differentiate between a matter that is sub judice and the matter that is in the office of the Speaker. Because he cannot say to us, he cannot answer this because it is already in the office of the Speaker. The matter is not subject to care. He cannot respond only to a question that, or an issue that is subject to care. But if there is a petition that has been submitted to the office of the Honorable Speaker, and there is a question that is coming from this meeting, he must answer that, because the matter is not subject to care, but is in the office of the Speaker. I just wanted to clarify that, but we really appreciate the explanation that he has given, although we did not acknowledge that indeed there was no public participation on the matter. That must be clear. There was no public consultation on the matter, but the matter that is in the office of the Speaker, Mr. Naito, it's not subject to care. Therefore, you must answer on it, because the Speaker is not the court.
Can you give us a comment then on how well resourced your department or that unit is? Because it strikes me, or it strikes us, that there's a lot of value. There isn't a lot of resource which is going. So that's the next question. And then I want to make a comment. And please go to page 147.
So we have looked at different technical aspects. They are available. So we have to get that unit up and running so that it can react to the signals that are given, so that we can get to the cables before they cut to damage.
I have to EFT it to his bank account. So if we do an inspection on that second-hand dealer's registers, we can then identify who that person is, suspect, we know the cable, and the cable that's been identified, for example, we have disrupted.
Namhlanje ngokwe-plan besilindele usodolophu ufakwa uSpeaker uMaxekwana, silindele uChief Whip waMonozandile, silindele uMr Yawo City Manager no-Finance. Ibe ngokwe-program besilindele loo abekho babalekile, asikafumani impendulo, sawuva phakathi abalekile ngabantu afanele basikhokele basihlalele zonke xa ndiza kule mpendulo ngapha ke dibanisa le nto yokuba sikhokelwa ngabantu abangakhathaleyo, both political and administrative. Kulena ke yento ye-smart metering ibona phandle ukuthi abantu bayaxoka. Xa sijonge iripoti thina, umbuzo besizawubuza ibithobela mhlawumbi ubusekhona kuzabusekhona. Umbuzo besawubuza into iyavela phaa xa besenza izi-meters bazenzele thina abantu basokolayo, abazenzelanga abanye abantu. But xa ujonga apho umzekelo mna kwiakhawunti yam, although ika-finance kodwa into ye-smart metering, ndabhilwa mna ngeakhawunti yase-next door. Ndibuza kubo ukuthi kwenzeke ntoni apho, babaleka bevela bengafuni ichaza inyaniso. Le nto ye-smart metering ayisincedisi, ibutyaza amahlwempu, ibutyaza abantu abamnyama in particular. Akho nto isincedisa kakuyo, nabo basinikanga mpendulo icacayo phaya, bahlafune amanzi. No-MMC lo bakhokeleyo phaya akanikanga mkhondo, umbuzo ubuspecific. Ingaba abantu kule nto bendithetha ngayo ndiyile na consultation bukhona pha besithi behlafuna amanzi beyibhekisa kuSpeaker. A mayoral committee member uCouncillor Yomelela Tyali efamba uyiphendule uba uyi-mayoral committee athi hayi le nto sayisa ebantwini, ichaza mhlophe ukuthi asinabunkokheli bukhona apho.
I-expenditure yalapha kule BCM, it's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
You understand? And inatseka i-low collection ratio yakhona is very low.
Yeah.
You understand that? And inatseka i-MPAC, you understand that bendidoubt qala, but all of a sudden I found out ukuthi no, like banazi questions but they do not go apho kwizinto kwapho kufele ethole khona. Umzekelo by January bekuno treasury apha for 2 days. You understand that whereby treasury wakhona ezokunikeza immediate performance. You understand that that media performance, there is a financial health, there is a governance, financial, at the same time there is a service delivery. All three of them shows that indicated that like the BCM is in fragile. You understand that they cannot be able to pay uqhuba business yayo monthly. You understand? These are the questions ezubazinatsikayo bazijikayo. Okwesine nako. On January, they appointed, you understand, the 2 advisors, mayor's office. And the positions of which they are not organigram. You get my point? Meaning that technically, it really shows that these people, they are not in what you call, they are not in the budget. So meaning that the downfall, you understand, that it's an expenditure.
Abahlali bengekho nje baye baqaphela kwi-first session which was at NU10 Community Hall. Abahlali, they were not sure ukuba ngabana le nto baze kuyo yintoni kuqala, bebengayazi ngoba into endibangela ndithi bebengayazi, abayazi ukuba xa kusithiwa kuziwa kwi-annual report yintoni ekufanele bayayixoxa abahlali. Bacinga ukuba ngabana yinoba yi-IDP or yi-public participation nje yezinye izinto, kanti ke xa kusiziwa kule session njena ye-annual report kulapho i-participation kufuneka ibe relevant to the annual report, because kulapho kudiscusswa khona i-annual report before the annual report has been submitted to i-committee kamasipala. So iloo nto ke endiye ndayiqaphela eholweni, bathe babona uba abafit in phaya emdantsane baphele emehlweni sababona sebengekho. After ke those streetwise 2 zikhutshwayo uba mabatye ke bona ke babona bayigqibile into bebeyizele baphuma. Kodwa iwari yam yeyokokubana I know phaa kubo uba ngabana abazi uba ngabana i-annual report le yintoni, kufanele iyintoni abayenzayo to participate, ne-impact yayo abayazi. Kanti ke kubalulekile into okokubana ba-educate, umasipala benayo i-system in place yo-educator abahlali go-participator kwi-report, kwi-annual report, abanike lo education, ngoba kulapho kuxoxwa khona ngezimali zabo ezi zikwamasipala, ngoba imali kwamasipala, inebudget kwamasipala yeyabahlali.